Hey, I'm Ann-Riley Caldwell, not your ordinary agent, and this is a video in a series of videos. These are some tips, tricks, and secrets for buyers, real estate buyers in the home buying process. It's also part of a video that I made, the 10 Commandments of Home Buying. It's a number of thou shalt not do certain things. A lot of those things affect your ability to get pre-approved for a loan, but they definitely will totally crash and burn your deal and keep you from making it to closing, even if you're under contract if you do these things. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications to this YouTube channel. I and my team are constantly turning out videos as fast as we can in order to help you understand everything that we can help you understand in the home buying, home selling process, about the market in Middle Tennessee, and so much more. So let's dive right in. So this is thou shalt not commandment number 1. It is thou shalt not change jobs, quit a job, submit a resignation, even a 2-week notice, or become self-employed if you weren't self-employed when you got pre-approved. Okay, so let's dive into this just a little bit more. I mean, a lot of these are kind of common sense, but you know, it's easy to get caught up in the moment. It's easy to forget because you think I'm pre-approved, I'm good to go. Nothing's gonna go wrong and I'm gonna be able to get the closing. But there are some things which is what we're walking through now, that can totally blow up your financing. So one of them is changing jobs. Let me backtrack just a little bit. In order to get pre-approved, most of the time a lender is going to want to see you work the same or similar job for the last 2 years. If you are a recent college graduate, your college education can actually take care of a lot, if not most of that 2-year period of time if you currently have a newer job. So that's another thing that I probably need to do a video and talk about. But for the most part, most people, you know, there were some exceptions during the COVID era where people were potentially not working for a short period of time. There are sometimes ways to get past that, but for the most part, lenders are looking for a 2-year consistent period. Now, what I have learned from talking to lenders multiple times a week and doing tons and tons of deals with people, there's always new things that I learned too. One of the things I learned is it can be pretty lenient as to what is a similar type of industry or similar type of job. So don't make that assumption on your own. If you've changed jobs in the last 2 years, let's get you to a lender and have that conversation, because a lot of times it's not really what common sense would tell us it is. Also, don't quit your job. You have to be employed when you get to the closing table, so make sure that you have not quit. Also, make sure you have not put in your resignation. If you have given notice and told your employer that you're going to quit, again, that is a huge no-no before you get to the closing table. Sometime between the morning of closing and 2 or 3 days before closing, almost always a lender is going to reach out to your employer and get a confirmation of employment, a verification of employment in some form or fashion. You also should give a heads up to your HR department or your boss or whoever it is, and help the lender make sure that they're reaching out to the right person, because we have had closings get delayed because not the right person received that notification, or that person was off on vacation when that notification needed to be, or verification needed to be filled out. So make sure you're working with your lender to make sure there are no issues getting that done. And also, don't become self-employed if you have been working with an employer during the time that you have gotten pre-approved. Self-employment and being employed with someone else as an employee are two totally different things. How you get pre-approved for a loan is completely different. The documentation is somewhat different. The requirements are different. So if you want to start a side hustle, that's fine, but don't give up the job that you already have. If you've been self-employed and you got pre-approved as a self-employed person, before you do anything different, always just make sure you talk to your lender and make sure it's not going to create any problems. Any questions that you have about this or anything else about the home buying or selling process, reach out to me. You can get me at 615-930-0313. Also go to my website, notyourordinaryagent.com. You can follow me on multiple social media channels. You can send me a message through my website. There are tons of ways, as always, to find people, including me. So reach out to me at your convenience. Go to my website where we have blogs and other great information that will continue to help educate you in the home buying process and the home selling process. So anyway, reach out to me. Let's partner together. Let me consult with you. Let me help you accomplish your real estate goals.